I'm going to start it off like this. This is what I do, okay? Don't tell me what to do. My video. Do what I want. Listen, if you want to be up in here, Nadya, then you can do the video how you want to do it. Anyway, what's up, y'all? Happy follow-up Friday, Freaky Friday, whatever you want to call it. Happy May 17th, 16th. I don't know what today is.
15th.
15th. You know, very soon it'll be May 19th. And do you guys know what May 19th is?
No.
Hey, do you know what May 19th is?
Wait, I do know, but I don't want to spill the beans.
Nadya is going to be the big,
Baby, don't say it.
the big 4-0, y'all. I got me a cougar. Well, listen, everybody, I am excited. I hope you're excited. We are going to talk about something very, very exciting today, and that's what to post on social media to pull in the best prospects and accelerate your business with the one, the only, the Kate McShea. And listen, Kate, if you don't know her, is an absolute freaking rock star. Not only has she built a 7-figure business, but she's been teaching and training entrepreneurs, online network marketers, anybody that wants to build the businesses leveraging the interwebs. And this is going to be an important conversation because how many of us get frustrated with what to post on social media to get people to pay attention to us, to generate leads, to create conversation, to build a brand, all the things that you know we talk about up in her. So this is John Melton. Nadya Melton's over here to my right. She's gonna be working the things in the background, but I can tell you that we love helping network marketers and online entrepreneurs leverage their social media, leverage systems and tools and other ways of creating duplication in their businesses. And I can tell you, our organization, just over the last 3 years, has literally sold over $100 million in product on social media. In fact, check this out. Last month alone, our organization brought in over 14,000 new customers in 30 days. We did almost 5 million in sales. It was the biggest month we've ever had ever. And I am telling you right now is the time for you to get serious about what you're posting on social media, how you're showing up on the internet. And Kate's one of the best, and she's got a whole training laid out for you. And her and I are going to, bounce back and forth, but mostly she's going to be delivering the goods today. And here's the dealio, because I want you to share this broadcast, because I want you to promote this to your organization. Does not matter what network marketing business you're a part of, what industry you're a part of. If you know anyone that wants to generate leads online, that wants to know what to post and how to show up and what's most effective right now on social, then you should share this with them. You should tag teammates, because we're going to give away 2 of these bad boys. Why? Because I feel like it. So if you're wondering what this was when we first started, this is a desk ring light, and it is the bomb.com. In fact, I think I need you to go ahead and plug this in, babe, so we can I'm just kidding. It would be a little bit in the way, but this thing is amazing. And it actually does have a little spot here to hold your phone. I just don't have that on there so you can see my face, but we're going to give away 2 of these bad boys. All right. To those of you that are sharing and tagging and smashing the heart button and giving love to me and Kate and I'm sorry, Kate, got to get my grammar on point, right? You're a school teacher, but listen,
Please.
but listen.
You're going to hear some snorts from Nadya and I.
That's right. That's right. She's over there. Good old time.
I am having a good time.
So, but on a serious note, this is going to be an amazing training. So I'd recommend sharing this, tagging anybody and everybody you possibly can. And like I said, we're going to pick some people to win this amazing desk ring light. It's going to be off the hook. So Kate, I would love for you to start off introducing yourself and just sharing with everybody a little bit about what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, John. Thanks, Nadya, for having me on. And honestly, for all of you, drop a 1 if it's you just love these 2 people, right? It's they're just so phenomenal. The support that you guys get inside of this community is just it just every single time I hop in here, I have fun. That's what this is all about. That's what building a business and a brand from home and on social is all about, is being able to laugh with your friends and snort and give away fun prizes. And that's the cool thing about what we all get to do, right? So make sure that you give John and Nadya some love as you start popping in here. I'm watching everybody on my phone, which is great. Now, I will share a little bit of some embarrassing information about me in a little bit. So you guys have a little bit of my backstory, but I'll just share with you that for all points and purposes. And then we're actually going to hop in. I'm going to hop in fast. I'm going to have you all get engaged. So what I'm going to do is, as you're sharing this, as you're commenting in, as you're dropping ones, make sure that you're prepared and ready to join on the conversation, because my first piece of what I'm going to be training you on is going to be requiring you to answer a question. Okay. So I am the VP of marketing at attractionmarketing.com. And what we specialize in is helping people bring their businesses online, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, is like not an option anymore. It's a requirement. Like it's a necessity. And so how do you actually get to the point of where you can mass attract, mass enroll, and mass duplicate what you're doing? And so what I'm going to bring to you today in my training is I want to talk about something that's been really helpful for our students, which is what are the actual top posts that are working right now? Like, what are the things that are working right now to pull in 3 things, okay? More curiosity, more connection, and more conversations. Because if you can start to get more curiosity, more people who are commenting in, more people who are connecting and starting conversations with you, what would that feel like for all of you? If you had an ability to just be able to make sure that you're like actually pulling more people in, but doing it in a way where it's actually it's a little bit different than how I've ever taught before, because times are different. And so we have to adapt with the times. So it's going to be interesting as we start going through. I'm going to give you examples of posts. I'm going to give you 2 different ways to deliver 3 different styles of post concepts, okay, on today's training. And it's pretty interesting because they're a little bit different than approaches that I've taught before. But let's be real. Given where we're currently at in the world, and I know some states are opening up, which is awesome. Traveling is starting.
Hallelujah.
It's like so awesome, like very, very excited about that. And also very present, which I'm sure all of you are as entrepreneurs and business owners. You know that we're still going to have quite a bit of time where utilizing the internet, utilizing social is going to be critical. Like we talk about it in our community that literally overnight, everyone became digital networkers. And that doesn't mean, and actually drop in if you're in the network marketing space, if you sell your own products, if you do your own coaching, if you market out other people's products, let us know, join in on the conversation on what kind of business you have. Because when we say digital networker, that doesn't mean that it's just network marketing. If you have your own clients, if you have your own, products, you have to network as well too, right? Mm-hmm. You have to have the ability to be able to bring people to you. So that's what we're going to be talking about on today's training. So it looks like everybody's all fired up here based on what I'm seeing. I know you've got stuff streaming across the bottom, John and Nadya. This is awesome. So it sounds like they're ready to get in, get interactive, and get started. Now, real quick, how do they win this ring light? Is it how much interaction? What are we going to do?
Yeah, we're just going to randomly pick people that are sharing and tagging people and dropping love. And who knows, we might even give away some 90-day trackers. I don't know where those are.
Ooh, and I got a couple of things that I'm going to be giving away that are going to that you guys will want to jump on as well too. And
here's the dealio. We'll give away these bad boys at the end. So you got to stay till the end. You got to be tagging people throughout, sharing all the things. And we got a very special announcement at the end as well. A special event that's coming up. So lots of cool things are going to be happening throughout this broadcast. So make sure you're loving, you're sharing, you're tagging, and you're paying attention. All right. So let's do this.
Let's do this. All right. So let's pop this bad boy up onto the screen. There we go. All right. I told you we're going to dive in right away. I'm not going to go through the big spiel of all this different kind of stuff. I want to get you guys in the game. Okay. So here's my question. We're talking about the top social posts to utilize right now to actually attract more leads and prospects to you, enroll more people, and accelerate your business in the next 30 days or less. So that brings me to this question, and I want to hear from all of you, okay? And I know you guys will be displaying comments on the screen and all that fun stuff, but I'm going to check out my phone for here because this is interactive. This isn't just me talking at you. This is us working together and actually digging deep into kind of the backstory on what's the intention, because when you intentionally post things, that's when your business starts to explode. So I want to know from all of you, what is the number one result that you're looking to get from your social posts right now? Not 60 days ago, not 60 days from now, but right now. And it's okay for you to just put it out there. Like, be a business owner. What do you want from your posts? Let's see. We've got engagement. We've got sharing. Love that you two are bringing the meat and potatoes. Nice, Kim. That's awesome. Let's see, more views, interaction, every post, creating value for my viewers. And let's be honest here. How many of you would like to have more prospects connecting with you who are like hot, and then people who are like ready to enroll, ready to have conversations, ready to make those transitions? Yeah, let's talk about conversations and let's talk about conversions. Like, we're business owners, right? We are not nonprofit businesses. We are for profit. We are looking to spread our value, spread the word. But as a business owner, that's kind of the insight and the thought process of where a lot of people come from, right? I want more engagement. I want more connections. I want more conversions. I want more conversations, because ultimately we want to build a strong and successful business. Now, here's the deal though. And let me just make sure this actually switches. Yes, it did. We were testing this out before and I wanted to make sure we were good. So I want to flip the script. So you guys just commented in, joined in on the conversation. Awesome engagement, by the way. That's what you want as a business owner. But let's pump the brakes and take a step back now. And let's actually go, well, what's your prospect's number one result that they're looking to get from your social post right now? And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let you guys engage, because remember, this is you working with me. Let's see what we've got. Let's see. And I might be missing some because I'm looking on Facebook, but I know you guys got good stuff. What do prospects want right now? They want value. Yes, I love it, Kizzy. Value, right? They're looking for value. What else are they looking for? They're looking for how they can solve their problems, right? They're looking for information that helps them grow. Yes, Cheryl, they're looking for education. They're looking for a response back from me. They're looking for valuable information, entertainment. So when we start to think about, they're looking for help. They're looking for solutions, right? They're looking for things that are going to help them grow to get the results that they want. So I want you to just take a minute and think about this. If we come from the place of we want people to buy, we want people to engage, we want to start conversations, we want more leads, we want more prospects, we want more customers, all these kind of things, but we're not actually coming from the place of how do we serve our prospect? What do they want? How do these posts actually, love it, Cheryl, help solve pain points? Tracy, give hope, validation, and solutions? Then we have a misalignment with our communication with our prospects. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, because this is huge and totally critical. Because most people, our misalignment is that when we post something, we're posting thinking about us, right? And I want you to drop a 3 in the comments, wherever you're watching in and wherever you're watching this. Drop a 3 if you've ever had this moment, even now, where it's like, I want to post, I want to give value, but I got to know what's in it for me too, right? I got to start closing sales. I got to start bringing in prospects. I got to start making sure that like this starts working, this starts flowing. When we come from that place, this is typically what it's like, right? Our posts scream, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Life is fabulous. Want to buy my stuff. Want to buy my stuff. Want to buy my product. And so we have this portrayal to our prospects because we're coming from that first question of what result do I want, right? What result do I want? And feel free to drop a 3. I know they're flying in right now because I get it. Like I went through the same thing myself, embarrassingly. Now, John did a wonderful job introducing me in the beginning. I am the VP of marketing right now at attractionmarketing.com. And I also started in this industry in 2012. And so the reason I bring this up, and it's quite embarrassing, I share this image quite a bit, because when I started bringing my business on social, all right, I came from posting from a place of what result do I want? How do I get more sales? How do I attract more people? And all I did was I posted my business opportunity link everywhere, 3 to 5 times a day on other people's fan pages. Because I thought that was the way that I could pull in more people, right? If I just get my info out there, then somebody's going to want to pull in. And what I got more than anything, or I got blocks from family members and friends, I got this 7-figure earner and producer who now is a very good friend of mine, but she reached out to me and she was like, stop spamming your opportunity links all over my fan page. Now, I couldn't figure out what I was doing ineffectively at that time. Because in my mind, I was sharing value. I was sharing my business. I was sharing my products. I was sharing what I could do to help people. but I was coming from that place of desperation. And I was coming from that place of what do I want versus what does my prospect need and what do they want? And when we start making that shift of if you want to improve your world, as John C. Maxwell says, then focus your attention on helping others. Well, that's when things grow, and that's when things shift, and that's when things change. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you right now, okay? This is huge. And it's also something to catch yourself on, because there are people that you might be starting to transition into. I'm focused on my prospects. I post with intention for my prospects, but you might catch yourself every once in a while. Like things aren't moving as fast as I thought they would during this time. Because here's what I can tell you. Our industry is blowing up right now. Like people are looking for plan Bs. People are now curious about what's happening and what's going on. But what I'm going to share with you with these top posts to thrive as a digital networker right now, to cause more curiosity, connections, and conversations, are going to be a little bit different than maybe even what I would have talked about 4 months ago, okay? Because we've got to focus in with all of our posts right now on the intention of what does our prospect want right now? What result do they want right now? And how do I join in on their conversation to help them feel supported, to help them have hope, to help them have information, and to also have them see, wow, I really like, let's give somebody a shout out, Lindsay. Like I really like Lindsay. I want to keep coming back to Lindsay. So the things that I'm going to be sharing with you, the posts and examples, are actually what you can use to start building a long-term brand, long-term connections, and these posts can continue to keep working for you long time, okay? So these are the 3 categories. So I was thinking about this as I was breaking this down. These are the 3 categories that have been proven to be super effective for our students right now. And some of them didn't even realize that they were doing it, but instead of just curiosity posts or demo videos or anything like that, I'm going to talk about what people need right now, which is they need 3 things. They need relationship posts, insider secrets, and support. All right. Now I'm going to break down each definition in just a second so that you can see what I mean here. And then we're going to actually go into 2 different kinds of post deliveries that you can use that literally after you hop off this training today, you have the ability to be able to deploy and take them and run with them. And I know we've got a couple of students that after watching a similar training like this already started to increase their engagement, increase their comments, increase their conversations, and get more people connected into a transition of having a buying conversation, right? After utilizing these posts. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys as we move forward from here. All right, so let me break down the definitions. And then John, if you want to hop in after I break down what each one means before we start talking about examples, if you're noticing anything in the chat that you want to mention, that would be awesome. All right, so relationship posts are a little bit different right now than maybe they were a little while ago. So when I'm talking about a relationship post, I'm actually talking about a post that gives people an idea of who you are. All right, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples. And what I'm talking about is these are posts that actually position you as a leader during this time, okay? Insider secret posts. These are posts that share tips and trainings to help your ideal prospect grow. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples on how you can actually get a pulse from people on what they want. So then you provide and deliver value that gets your people all super excited about what you're going to be teaching and training on, which is really cool. And then support posts. Now, these are posts that actually offer out free training, classes, support, and create a sense of community. Now, there's one thing I want to point out before we actually start and I'm going to break down an example for each and every single one for the post delivery kind that I'll be sharing with you in just a second. But I want to know, okay, drop in the chat. How many of you think that you don't have a community yet? Or like your community is growing, but it's kind of small and you just don't feel like you have that sense of what you want a community to be? I'm going to actually have you drop a 5. All right. And let's see if those start flying through. Yep. That's what I figured. It's like everybody thinks that they don't have a community now. How many of you have people who comment on your posts? Okay. People who comment and interact with you on your posts. Like I'm pretty sure that every single one of you, let's drop your favorite emoji. If you have people who comment on your posts, okay? Because check this out. If you have people who comment on your posts, I want to make something simple for you. You actually have a community. You have listeners. You have people inside of your posts who are actually showing up, wanting to interact with you and wanting to interact with others. So without even realizing it, you actually already have a group of people that you can create a sense of community with right now. That's super important for you to be able to communicate with them effectively so that they feel valued, so that they feel heard and listened to. And you can do that through these posts. But I just wanted to point that out because so many people are like, well, I don't have a community. I don't have a ton of people yet, but you do. If people are commenting, if they're reacting, that is the beginning sense of a community, and you get to control that conversation. So before we hop in, John, anything you wanted to share or anything you're noticing?
No, I agree 100%. I mean, literally all of our top sellers, our top producers, people inside of our company, and a lot of our students that we've worked with over the years, across the board, they've built community. They've built a following, an audience. They've shown up with value. And sometimes people don't know what value means. It just means that most of their posts and most of their content is geared towards helping people or inspiring people, maybe putting a smile on their face. They're putting out their personality, their opinion, their thoughts on a particular matter. It's not just selling and pitching. If you guys follow us, smash that heart button if you've learned something from us, if we've inspired you to take action, if we make you feel a certain way. And that's what you're looking to create with your own audience. That's what you're looking to create with your own community. It's so easy to generate leads. It's so easy to find people to talk to in regards to your business when you have a community. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a Facebook community. It could be any community, any online community, anywhere. But I think mostly we have to understand that most of our posts and most of the content that we put out there cannot be us spamming and pitching our stuff. However, and I just did a training actually for a team right before this, and I said, you still need to promote your stuff, but you'll notice you'll get a better response when you do if you've built a community, if you've built up your social equity. Too many people are trying to withdraw from an empty bank account. So really excited to get into this. And by the way, keep smashing the heart button, keep sharing this, tagging people. We're going to give away a couple desk ring lights at the end. And you know what? Let's pick a 90-day tracker winner right now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm just going to randomly look at the screen, and anybody that shared or tagged somebody that I point to,
Yeah.
I'm going to give them a tracker. I'm going to send it to them. Cool?
Ooh, I love
5,
it.
4.
Woohoo!
This one right here. Where is it? Find someone that tags someone. Whoa. Oh, moving too quick. Okay. Anybody share? Oh, look, Erica said, I met you in Red Line, PA back in the ACN days. Oh, that's awesome. Still following. Okay, Amy Woods, first one that I saw shared. So Amy Woods, you just won a 90-day tracker.
Yeah.
We're going to ship this bad boy. Send an email to our support team, support@mylifestyleacademy.com. Include your address. We'll send you a 90-day tracker. You're going to friggin' love it. All right, Kate.
All right, let's do this. And I'm super happy you brought up like how do you actually still promote though, right? Like how do you actually still sell your stuff? So all of these posts are meant to create curiosity, conversation, and connections. However, we're going to talk at the end about how you actually transition all the comments and engagement that you're getting from these posts, because you're going to notice that they're a little bit more generic. They're not product-based. They're not opportunity-based necessarily. They're about what people need right now. But there are specific ways that you can actually, and I like to call them 3 conversation starters, okay? So there's going to be an opportunity. I'm going to be doing something special on Saturday where you can actually, now that you're starting to get engagement, more comments, more communication, how do you transition those comments into a conversation that creates a killing buyer's conversation, okay? It's huge because these kind of posts actually can transition, because some of you are going to be like, well, how does this work? You can actually take what you're doing. It's just all about how you comment and relate, and then transition immediately into a buying conversation, because we'll talk about what's effective, what's not effective, and I'll talk about that on Saturday. It's going to be a pretty cool thing that we're going to be doing as well. All right, so let me hop in here, okay? These are the 3 categories of the top posts that are thriving right now, but I'm going to break them down into 2 different kind of post delivery style questions. Now, I'm going to want your insight, okay, because it's going to sound weird. These posts are going to seem simple, but they really create these layers of you being a leader during this time, all right? So questions are absolutely phenomenal ways to actually create buzz, get curiosity, get people commenting in and connecting to you, okay? Because what most people do ineffectively with questions is they ask a question that leads to like one answer or a yes or a no. Or they just ask a question out there because they think that they're getting buzz, but they don't really have an intention and purpose behind it. So I'm going to give you some examples in the categories of relationships, insider secrets, and support. All right. So when it comes to post delivery style, here's how questions can be super effective right now. So a relationship example. Now remember, relationship examples are actually meant to shine a light on you and get your prospect connected to you. So this one's going to be interesting. Ready? So here's an example relationship question that's working really, really well right now. What do you believe is the positive that has come from our current situation? Mine's in the comments. Sounds super simple, but I want to break down the layers of this specific question and how it actually positions you as a leader and how you can actually start to hand pick comments to people that you want to have conversations with. So let's talk about this really quick here, okay? So when it comes to posing this question, I want you guys to join in on the conversation. What makes this post powerful right now? And seriously, from pulling in the kind of prospects that you want, also pulling in potential teammates that you would want, and what's the other side of this on how it actually inserts you as people getting a chance to get to know you as well. I want to see what you've got. Lindsay nailed it. And so I want to see what else other people are sharing too. Lindsay Blair. And we're looking at the positives. So this is interesting, right? This is a little tweak of what's happening and working right now, but it's a super effective question. So it's positives, right? What do you believe is the positive that has come from our current situation? So here are a couple of things that come from a question like this, okay? The positives. If people start commenting in, there's no positive in this current situation. Everything is awful. Life stinks. The world is going to like whatever. Do you want that person on your team? Do you want that person to actually buy products from you? Because do you think that they're probably going to be a pain in your, you know what? Absolutely. So number one, when people start to join in on the conversation, you're going to get a great pulse of either you're pulling in all those positive people that you're going to want to be around because they can pull out the silver lining during a situation of what's occurring right now, right? So that's one thing is you actually are qualifying people when they comment. It's wild because it seems like it's a super simple question, but if you start thinking about how do I actually then pull in the best people, this question allows you to do that, okay? Next thing, mine is in the comments. What does that cause, right? We're looking for the 3 C's, curiosity, connection, and conversation. So when you put mine is in the comments, and this has been something that's been going around for a while, but we want to stir buzz right now. We want to stir conversation. That's what we're looking to do, which is supportive. So mine is in the comments, causes people to actually go see what yours is so that you start building a relationship with people and you get to set the standard. When you comment in, you get to set the standard of how the other replies are going to go as well too. So with this one post, you have the ability to have people see that you're looking on the positive side of things. You're looking for action, you're looking for movement, and you're also looking for people who are highly qualified people for you to start conversations with. Because I don't know about you, one of the most frustrating things for me in the beginning is that I was looking at everybody and anybody to strike up a conversation. And a simple post like this allows you to just be able to break down the ability of going, yep, this person's my guy. This person's my gal. I want to start a killer conversation with them versus someone who comes in and is just, the Eeyore of the group. You have the ability to, yes, model for them responses that you're looking for, right? You're like already preconditioning people on how you want them to show up. And they also get insight on who you are as a leader, okay? Absolute gold. Now, let's move into insider secrets, okay? So I put this example out here because I know a lot of people are in the health and wellness industry, okay? And you guys are in the health and wellness profession. And you might be looking at, all right, how do I sell more product during this time in a way that's effective, okay? So this insider secrets example, all insider secrets are is you're trying to get a pulse of what your people are looking for, okay? You're trying to give them tips. create abilities for them to be able to know kind of who you are and what you're all about. So let's say that, and one of the best things that we recommend people do is like not just talk about your products all the time, but talk about the industry and profession that you're in, right? So if you're in health and wellness, it's important to be able to be curious about other things that are going on in the health and wellness space. So here's an example of a question post delivery for Insider Secrets. All right. And we're going to break this one down as well too. If I were to do a live training on whether intermittent fasting is actually healthy, would that help you? Drop into the comments and I'll connect with you. Okay. So there's a couple of powerful things that happen here. So number one, remember, our prospects are looking for value. They're looking for support. They're looking for what's going to help me progress and move forward. And they're also already looking at a lot of things to help solve their problems. Okay. So if you're somebody who's kind of been doing research on intermittent fasting, right? It's actually something I've been doing a lot of research on lately and been incorporating into my weekly routine. So it's something that fascinates me, but for a lot of you, it can directly align into your products, because for so many people in the health and wellness space, intermittent fasting is one thing, but your product speeds up the process, right? Or what you have speeds up the process. So this actually opens up an option for you to transition the comments into a buying conversation, because you have people who are literally going, yes, I want to know more. Yes, I want to know more. Yeah, that would be super cool. Yeah, I've been intermittent fasting, but it's working for me, not working for me. I'd love your insight. So here are the fun things that happen here, okay? And let's see how we're doing here. I just want to see from comments. Yes, this stops the scroll. This is so awesome. Thank you. Okay, great. So when they drop into the comments, you're going to have people who are like, yeah, I'd like to know more. Yeah, that would be interesting. Now, here's the fun part. You now get an opportunity to then join in on the conversation, right? Because we talked about comments can be a community in the beginning of a community. And you could say, wow, looks like I've got a lot of people who are curious. What if I did a Facebook live training on blank date? I'm going to set it up. Make sure you look out for the invite. I'll hit you up in Messenger so you have the location. So there you go. Now you have the ability to be able to start a conversation with somebody from something that seems just so simple, but you're coming from a place of support, okay? You're coming from a place of you want to be able to help serve them, but then you also get a pulse of who wants it. So you have these people you can go back and follow up with inside of your comments as well too. All right. So that's Insider Secrets. That's an example for questions. Now let's go to the support example. Now, support example is, how do you create trainings? How do you deliver value? How do you come up with something so it shows that you want to support your people, or you want to attract in people who want to know more about what you can train on? Okay. So this has been an awesome one, and you'll want to adapt the 1, 2, and 3 compared to who you work with, right? And who you serve, or who you want to attract into you. So here's an example of a support question example. What's more valuable for you to learn right now? Okay. Number 1, how to set up a daily routine that works. We work with like a lot of business builders, so this is one that people absolutely love. Number 2, how to avoid gaining 20 pounds during quarantine. Like, be cheeky, be yourself. Like, allow a little bit of like people to kind of laugh and go, haha, yeah, definitely don't want to do that. Or shoot, that's the current situation because I've been stuffing Cheetos down my throat, every single day as I went to Costco and ordered in bulk. Or number 3, how to homeschool and run a biz. Like, these are things that people right now are currently struggling with. So if you think about things that people are struggling with and then offer out options, this allows people to go, all right, I struggle with homeschooling and running a biz, right? Who doesn't? I mean, like, drop a like 9 in there if you're like, yeah, this is my current situation. Like, you can even relate to it as we're going through the training, right? These are things that allow your people. Here's the other cool part about interaction. What does this post specifically do? So this question post, a little bit different than the relationship one, a little bit different than Insider Secrets, but it's got an extra element too, to actually create more rapid fire connection, communication, and comments from people. Because what's the extra layer that we threw in here? Let's see if you guys got it. I want to see what we got here. So there's something extra to this one. Yes, it is the numbers. You're giving them options. So if you want to create more connection, you want to cause more conversation, you want to have more comments, giving a 1, 2, or a 3 does 2 things for you. Number 1, starts creating that engagement, right? That we're looking for in a positive way. And number 2, it gives them it lets you see where they're at personally. Okay. They get to choose what they want. And then here's the fun part. You then get to deliver on those trainings, because basically your community and your commenting tribe has dictated what they're looking for. So let's say you got a ton of 2s that came out. Well, that's your next Facebook Live training that you're going to do. So now they feel like they're part of creating that process, which is absolutely awesome. Okay. And then you also have an idea of what people are really looking for. Then you become the leader that they go to, because you asked the question, they gave you the answer, now you're delivering the value. Very, very powerful when it comes to a way that you can actually position yourself in a place of authority without having to really be that authority that everybody thinks of. This is how you start to gain authority, because people will naturally see you that way. And then the likelihood of them coming back because you're asking them is way higher, because they're going to want to continue to interact with you. Okay. All right. So those are questions. How are we doing so far? Because I want to hop into the delivery of the next one. Yes. Multiple choice, Lindsay Blair. Awesome. This is awesome. Great. Is it Tanya? There's too many, Tania, different pronunciations, right? Absolutely love this. Great training. Okay, cool. So, John, we ready to just hop into the next way we're going to deliver posts? What do you think, my friend?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's loving this. They're smashing the hard button. They're dropping comments. They absolutely love the idea of giving them options as to what to choose. There were a couple questions, though. People say, where do you do that training? The thing is, you could do it publicly. You could do it inside a private group. It's really up to you. You could have an option for them to register. You could do it on a Zoom. And then someone else also said, best place to post these types of questions in your stories, on your wall. You just have to play with it. There's no right or wrong answer. You test, you tweak, you pay attention, you adjust accordingly. So, Kate, I love it. And yes, let's keep going.
All right. Phenomenal. Great. Okay. So here's the next delivery style. Okay. It's fill in the blanks. Now, it might sound like it's similar to questions, but it's actually a little bit different, because questions, you're looking to kind of get a pulse on like yes or no's, offer out value, create that positive environment, give choices, right? To figure out what trainings you can create, what stories you can do, what lives you can do, what value you can share. Fill in the blanks are a little bit different. And I want you guys to join in on the conversation and share what you think is a little bit different about questions and fill in the blanks, because I'll fill you guys in on kind of the point of what makes them a little bit different, but still utilizing the categories of relationships, insider secrets, and support. So for me, fill in the blanks as you guys are joining in, right? Gives them a bigger opportunity to kind of open up and comment the way they want to comment. Plus, this is going to give you more of, it's really important when you know your ideal prospects, pains, fears, dreams, desires, things that are worrying them, things that they're excited about, things they're challenged with. Fill in the blanks kind of open that up for you. Okay. So I'm going to pop in with an example for relationships so you can see. All right. So this is another. Now remember, these are posts that are specifically effective for right now to get buzz, to cause connections, conversations, curiosity. What's most important to me right now is blank. All right. Sounds super simple, very generic, but what does this do specifically with a relationship example? So remember, relationship examples, open them up to get to know you, but you're also serving your prospect at the same time. What do you get from a post like this? All right. Join in. What do you get from a post like this? What's more important to me right now is blank. The other cool part you can do, so you can play around with these like John was saying, you can add in, mine's in the comments, right? If you want to create that little bit of curiosity, that's awesome to do. You can add on to these posts as well too. You could do it as you take a selfie of yourself and you just put this fill in the blank in at the top. Totally up to you. Yes, it's an open-ended conversation, Anna, absolutely. And you're going to get the inside secrets of actually what's most important to people. So people might comment in about their family. They might comment in about finances. They might comment in about growth for them personally. They might comment in about, again, for a lot of people, it's going to be support for family and the ones that they love. All of this information, okay? And it's a little, you're going to find that this is interesting. Ready? But again, we have an intention in our minds of the results that we want as business owners. But we're there to serve our prospects. But think about this. When you understand and know the primary thing that's driving someone right now, which it might be family, it might be how do I get more, an increase in finances? How do I give more support to my family members that I care about? That you then bring with you to the conversation when you're actually connecting with them, to start a conversation, to talk about your opportunity for people to join you or to join or to invest in your products. You will know what's driving people. So the conversation that you have can be more surrounded around family if that's what they talked about, right? So you're actually getting data and intel to have an effective conversation. So it's not just a boilerplate conversation and you have to ask them again. You can say, hey, I saw that when you joined in on the conversation, your family is super important to you. The fact that you even bring that up when you start having these secondary conversations inside of the comments and inside of Messenger, that's what makes people feel respected, feel like you're listening to them, and feel like they're actually valued. So hugely powerful, and it actually cuts the learning curve for you. So you can start hopping right into a different kind of conversation with them because you already have you have like intel. You have an understanding of who they are and where they're coming from. So that's a relationship example. Now, the other cool thing is that, again, they want to get a chance to get to know you. So if you comment in, you share some vulnerabilities or things that are important to you, they're also going to be more connected to you that way. Okay. So hugely, hugely powerful. All right.
And I'd also like to say something too, Kate, because I love it. And we have almost 200 people on right now from all the platforms we're live on. So people are loving this. Smash that heart button, guys. If you're loving this content, I know Paula said she just shared. She said, this is amazing information. Gilbert said, power stuff. I love it. So here's the thing that I love about these types of posts. When you ask questions or you talk about something other than what you typically talk about, is you'll see people comment and like your post that maybe you kind of forgot about. You don't even know who they are, or you haven't talked to them in a while, and you can immediately shoot them a message. Hey, Sammy, so great to see you. Thanks for loving my post, or thanks for commenting. How have you been? It's the easiest way to justify getting into conversation. So I love this suggestion.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for bringing it up too, because I love that part. It's like you re-engage people. It's phenomenal. And it's like amazing because they kind of come out of the woodwork where all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you know what? This one hits my heart. Like when you think about it from that place, it's what hits somebody's heart, right? Because we oftentimes think about like the head, the mind of like, how do we kind of logically get people involved and engaged? But when we hit their heart, that's when people will all of a sudden come out of nowhere and join back in because they want to share, they want to spread the love, right? Because this is what's working right now. All right, insider secret example. So if you already know that you're going to be teaching and training, I'm bringing it back to health and wellness for this one specifically, okay? Because we talked about intermittent fasting questions, but let's talk about other general things. So you can do blank is the most effective way to reduce inflammation, right? Mine's in the comments. So you're going to start to see people dropping in things like dairy, spicy food, eating this, doing that, intermittent fasting for a lot of people, right? They'll start putting in their information, or you'll have people who are like, I don't actually know. Or like that's just creating a conversation and buzz around potential things that you can train about in the future. So this is a very, very similar one where it's you get an open-ended answer from people that's a little bit more targeted. For this kind of post, you are looking for people to actually put in information, right? To put in, so last one spoke to the heart. This one actually, for a lot of people, speaks up into their mind and into the head, right? Of this is the most effective way to reduce inflammation. They might put out their options. Then the cool thing is, because remember, all of these are driving conversation, but also driving future value you can give. So this is another opportunity for you to go, wow, these comments are phenomenal. If I were to do a training that shared my 2 best ways to decrease inflammation without having to really change your diet, would that be helpful? And then you create the next flood of engagement, right? And like John said, you could set up a Zoom if you want and do it privately. You could do it as just a training on your personal profile. That's fine. Or you can do it inside of one of the groups that you have. But now you have control of the conversation, and you're guiding and leading the conversation. And the way you present the training is the way that you present the training, and you can choose to do it any way you want. But this starts to create the buzz, and then you guide the conversation of going, cool, these are awesome things that I'm hearing. I've also got like 2 or 3 specific ways that have worked really well for me. How many of you want to know more about that? So it's like you create the buzz. Now you shift them into the next conversation of talking about training. And at the end of that training, you can say, hey, if you want to know more about how to fast track inflammation with something that's worked with me, then drop on in, let's hop on a call. And then that's when you can start talking about your products, which is super cool. Okay. So that's Insider Secrets. And here's the support example. Okay. Now this is one that's actually super effective. So support doesn't have to just be tips and trainings and all that kind of stuff. This is one that's a little sneaky because it gives you insight on how people are staying connected and how you can deliver, like we were just talking about, your presentations and your value in a way that's meaningful for people. So my favorite way for staying connected to other people right now is blank. So you're going to hear some super cool things that come in here. You might hear a bunch of people drop Zoom, right? You might hear a bunch of people say FaceTime. You might hear a bunch of people say, you know, I have done more virtual happy hours than, like, I've connected with more people than I ever have, like, during this quarantine. So, like, this is awesome. This is phenomenal. Now, here's the cool thing for you guys. It gives a place of support for people to comment in, but it also gives you their favorite way of being able to get connected and stay connected. So if we were just talking about how do you present these live trainings, how do you do these things? If you have a bunch of people commenting in Zoom, then guess what? You fire back the next day or inside of the comments of like, I'm going to set up a Zoom training on blankety blank, blank, blank. How many of you want in? So it's like you're actually getting them to share their favorite way to stay connected. It's showing support, but it's also giving you insight on what works best. Or, hey, you want to have a conversation with somebody and they love FaceTime and now you want to transition it into a buying conversation, then you can actually deliver it over FaceTime because people are telling you that they're comfortable with these avenues and these vehicles as well. If people are dropping in that it's like they're staying connected through virtual happy hours, host a virtual happy hour that you have an ability to be able to bring your community in, to have them commenting in. This is like, these things create that support, create the bigger picture, create the relationships that make it very simple to then be able to have a couple of conversation starters that transition into opening up either opportunity to join your team, opportunity to become a client of yours, the way that then they can hop into, getting your product, whatever it is for you. These start to create that viral buzz, I guess you could say, in a way that for you is intentional. It's pre-planned. It's not you're just throwing it out there because you want results. You are thinking about your prospect first, and you're thinking about how to deliver to them in the most effective way, which is really cool. So John, anything you want to mention here?
I love it. Everybody's
Cool.
loving it. The comments are amazing. People are sharing this with their teams. They're already starting to implement. And, it's like you said, you're creating conversation. You're mixing things up. And that's what it's about on social media. You socialize. Go freaking figure, right? That's it. So, yeah, everybody's loving it.
All right, cool. Because I want to talk about a couple of things, and I want to know specifically, you guys keep joining in on the conversation and share with me what you've gotten so far, okay? What value you've gotten so far, because I want to mention 2 other things before. I know John and I and Nadya, we hopped on a messenger chat, and we were talking about something we could do to help serve you all. And how do you guys put this into play? And how do you actually do it in a way that's effective? Because how many of you have done this before where you're like, trainings are awesome. And then the kids literally in 5 minutes are going to come running in through the door, jumping on the couch, because this is how most people are right now. Like, this is what you're fighting against, okay? And I know there are going to be a lot of people who can relate to this. When you're doing these kind of posts, like for most people, as they're scrolling through, as they're on social, this is what their life looks like right now, okay? And whether it's kids, whether it's just like being concerned about family that's far away, they are distracted, right? You've got people who are distracted. Now, when you start incorporating these kinds of posts, okay, and that's how come I wanted to know what kind of value you're getting, what you're taking away from this, because when you start implementing these posts, like I know so many of you are already going to start doing now, and you can share this with your team, because aren't these super simple posts for them to be able to do as well, to start creating connection, to start having communication, start up conversations. When you actually start utilizing these posts, this person who's sitting there like pretty darn overwhelmed starts to become solely focused in on you. Even if it's just for a brief 30 seconds as they're replying and responding, you are now in the forefront of their mind, which then actually gets them closer to this hand raise process, okay? Where they're like, you know what? I want to be surrounded by, let's see what I've got here, Tracy. I want to do everything Tracy does. I want to do everything Amy does. And I want to know what they're all about, because you've taken them from that place of chaos and you've intentionally brought them in to a place of laser focus. Even if it's for a brief amount of time, guess what? They're going to come back and they're going to want to interact with you because you did something that most people can't do. You took them out of the fog. And that's what's more important right now than anything, is there are a lot of people who are just trying to figure out how to manage and maintain their life and move and grow with the things that are important to them. And so if you can get them out of the funk that they're in or the fog that they're in and get them excited in the present, that's when mass attraction happens. That's when mass hand raises happen. That's when mass enrollment happens. And then, like John and Nadia do best, that's when mass duplication can start, because you got focused, awesome people. So let's see what we've got. Shift their focus. This is awesome. This is a way to stay connected and create community. I'm seeing a ton of hearts here over on Facebook, which is super awesome. You guys, I'm so blessed to be here with you all as well too. Like this is the stuff that lights me on fire, is being able to see people take things and then transition them, like move them into action as fast as humanly possible. So John, do we want to spill the beans on something cool that's going to be happening in the next 2 weeks, and actually starting tomorrow too? Because that's when the fun starts tomorrow. Do you want me to spill the beans to them?
Absolutely, 100%. Let's get it. Are you all excited about this or what? I mean, do you see how amazing Kate is at delivering a message, teaching, training? I mean, this is her skill set. She is so awesome when it comes to just explaining things in a simple way, but it's also freaking brilliant. So anyway, just appreciate you, Kate. Yeah, let's keep it going. People are loving it.
Absolutely. So here's what's happening. Here's what's going on. And I'm going to share with you guys what's up. I'm going to share how you can get involved. And then I'm going to share with you some special, very time-sensitive things that you're going to want to take action on. And just let John and Nadia know, comment, I'm in, when you're all set and ready to rock. So our team, okay, over at attractionmarketing.com is doing something very, very special for all of you, because here's the thing that we realized that was happening. We were going to be having an event that was going to be live in Las Vegas called Digital Networker Live. And it's all about how literally you become a digital networker, transition your business online, utilize social so you can mass attract, mass enroll, and mass duplicate, right? And do it by utilizing what basically we were talking about today, which is attraction marketing, okay?
Right.
Now, this was supposed to be a live event, but due to COVID and due to what was happening, we actually postponed that event until early 2021, and we're just finalizing the exact dates, but we'll get those out to you very, very soon. So instead we went, you know what? How do we help? How do we help people move now? Because overnight, everyone became literally a digital networker, no matter what space or profession you're in. And we're like, how do we serve people now? So on May 29th, 30th, and 31st, we are going to be hosting the Digital Networker Live Virtual Summit. Okay, that you guys all get to be a part of when you go to the special link that's here for John and Nadia, because they want to be able to support you guys, help you move, and help you get guidance and specifically take action with not just what we talked about today, but the flow of what it really takes to mass attract, mass enroll, and mass duplicate for your business. So you got to go to mylifestyleacademy.com/digital. All right. If you guys are like, I already know I'm in, I would love the help and support and the guidance on how to actually put all this together, then feel free to hop on over there now and join in on the conversation and let us know that you got your virtual ticket. There's one thing I'll share with you, and I'll actually go over there in just a second and log in and go to that link and show you what it looks like and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be literally right now, the tickets are $197. Okay. There's a multi-pay option as well too, because we know that during these times, if you have the ability to be able to pay in multiple payments, then we know that that's helpful for people. Okay. So this is literally going to be 3 days with myself and with my other partners, Tim Irway, Fernie Ceballos, and JT DeBolt, as we're going to deliver the value to you for 3 full days. And we're going to build out, it's going to be curriculum based. So it's not just going to be like a bunch of different trainers talking about different things. It's going to be very intentional, starting on the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. And we're going to be guiding you through the process. Like this was like a little taste today of how to mass attract, how to mass enroll, and then how to mass duplicate from there. Okay. So the one thing I wanted to mention real quick before we hop into some cool bonuses and just kind of walk through the page so you guys understand what's happening is because we're doing this virtual summit in lieu of being able to travel. We wanted to actually just make the virtual summit something that you all could come to. So when you invest and get your ticket for the virtual summit, we're going to do something really special for you all. Okay. And this is actually going to end after the 31st. We're going to be giving you, with that virtual summit ticket, a free ticket. Like you don't have to invest anything else into coming in 2021 to our actual Digital Networker live summit where you're going to be able to attend with us live. Now that one's going to include top producers, top earners who are true digital networkers, who are utilizing these strategies to actually attract in people, enroll people, create duplication through their teams. And they're going to be teaching the stuff that maybe they don't share with everybody that will help you actually learn, grow, and accelerate. And we'll be doing more stuff throughout the year as well, too, to make sure that we're still all together staying connected. So pretty much you have support from us now, and then you have the ability to join us for free later. So it's like 2 events for the price of 1, which is pretty awesome. John, anything you want to share real quick before I hop into 2 very important bonuses that are going to be happening that give people that like support right now?
Yeah, I'm really excited about the bonus for tomorrow. But one question that did come through by Kim, she said, will the virtual summit be recorded?
Yes. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Everybody that hops into the virtual summit, yes, you will automatically get the recordings. It will be recorded. You'll get the recordings. So you have the ability to be able to do 2 things. Number 1, go back and watch what you learned and discovered, right? With what you want to take action with. And number 2, you have the ability to actually, like, let's say something happens. We get like there's different time zones. We get that there's things going on with family. If you can't make a specific session, we got your back. So the recordings will be there, as well as, what was the one other thing I wanted to share with you all? Immediately after you get your ticket, you're going to be invited to a private Facebook pop-up group for this event. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to start some pre-curriculum training, some pre-support training, and you'll be able to get all that information inside of the Facebook group. That's how we're going to interact and all that fun stuff. So really, you're getting the 3 full days with us, but you're also basically getting weekly trainings from me to get yourself set up moving forward, and honestly, potentially even getting results like as fast as tomorrow with all this stuff. And I'm going to be doing some exclusive interviews with some people who are producing inside of their businesses with all of these methods in that group. And John might be one of those people that I'm going to be interviewing in there where he's going to share some fun stuff. Okay. So
now, the next live summit will most likely be in Vegas, right? Next year.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
It'll most likely be in Vegas.
People were asking where the live event will be. So you got the virtual event in a couple weeks, and then you also get a ticket to Vegas to that event, you know, the live event next year. They don't have the dates yet, but they will at some point in the near future. But yeah, so that'll be Vegas, baby.
Yes, Vegas, baby.
Hopefully they're open back up by then. Good Lord.
Hopefully open back up by then. And just so you all know, it's really, for us, we're looking at February, just so you guys know, just to kind of have that idea. And I know John and Nadya have already invited you guys to come. And so this is just, it's going to be super fun. All right. So I want to share with you 2 things that make this even more time sensitive, because for me, the thing that is like, and I remember I was in this place and I see it happen all the time, is that people watch trainings and they love it and they're super excited about it. And then they go to implement and they're like, I don't know what to do. Or you pause or you overthink things. And then you paralysis by analysis, do nothing. Yep. So what we wanted to make sure was that we were getting you guys engaged and moving immediately. So there's 2 things I wanted to offer out to John and Nadya's amazing community, or wherever you're watching this, because number 1, we just love the Meltons. Like, we love what they do. We love who they are, and we love what they stand for. And so I wanted to put in some extra support. So expiring tonight at midnight. All right. So it pays to move fast. I'm actually going to be doing something special. So if you're one of those people that's like, I'm loving this, I want to figure out how to not just support myself, maybe even support your people as well too. If you want me to help do the work with you, if you enroll by midnight tonight, I'm actually going to be entering anybody that comes from John and Nadya, and we'll know by midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight. I'm going to put you into a raffle. I will pull a name out tomorrow. Okay. I'll give it, I'll probably post it in our messenger chat so that you guys can pop it in the comments. I know I can do it in My Lifestyle Academy, but I know this is being streamed in other places. No. I'll announce the winner tomorrow. Okay. But you're going to have the ability to be able to win a private virtual implementation work session with me, which means we're going to spend 2 90-minute blocks. Woo. I know, crazy. Marathon woman. 2 90-minute blocks where we're actually going to get together virtually on a Zoom. I'm going to be able to sit there by your side. So if you're having difficulty coming up with posts, I got your back. Let's work on it together. If you're having difficulty having conversations, I got your back. Let's work together. But you're going to have that session with me. I've done sessions like this with others, and literally it's $3,000 for them to be able to do that stuff for their like half virtual days. So that's going to be something special, but that expires at midnight. Okay. You just have to go to mylifestyleacademy.com/digital. Now, here's the other one that is coming up tomorrow. So this is literally closing at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So one of the biggest things, people tend to actually be pretty effective with creating and utilizing the posts. But then how many of you, and I want you to join in the conversation, have had the difficulty of, okay, I'm doing these posts. These things are like, they're starting to create engagement, but I don't know how to transition it into a buying conversation. Like if you like show some love, show some hearts, if that's something that has ever happened to you before, or you have like teammates that struggle with this. So tomorrow, okay, and we'll be firing off the link to anybody that joins in so that you guys can hop on. I'm going to be doing a Zoom, all right, from 9 a.m. Pacific until 11 a.m. Pacific, and you'll get the recording as well, where we're literally, I'm going to be there with you. And we're going to go over the killer conversation starters that sell, okay? I'm going to do the overview in the beginning of 3 different kinds of conversation starters that just create from the engagement that you're getting a transition into a buying conversation, all right? An opportunity. And we're also going to talk about some of the things that most people do that's ineffective that actually causes crickets. Like you don't get replies. You don't get people to comment back to you, right? Or you don't get people to go, yeah, sure, actually, I want to talk to you more and dig deeper. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. And after I do the training, I am opening up time in Zoom. This is like one of my specialties, is having virtual implementation sessions. So I'm going to set up a time where it's structured work time for you to actually do 2 things. Get those posts set up, get them all set and ready to deploy, and also start taking those conversation starters and start literally with the comments that you have, start utilizing them in action right there. So imagine that you have the ability to literally have your posts set up and good to go, and know what to do and what to say, and get my support. If you're like, this person commented this, how do I turn this and transition it into an actual conversation starter that turns into someone wanting to know more about my product or the opportunity that I have in front of them. And so that's happening tomorrow. So both of these 2 are going quick. And so this is for people who are all set and ready to go and ready to start those closing conversations. And I'm super pumped to be there and to support you guys as well.
Yeah, it's going to be off the hook. Listen, if you're in, drop it to the comments and say, I'm in. You definitely want to do this by midnight tonight. Yep. And here's the dealio. Anybody that gets started by midnight tonight, also forward your receipt to our support team, and we're going to give you free access to our Video and Branding Academy course as well. Wow. So that's going to be a bonus we're throwing in if you get started by midnight tonight. In fact, just make sure you forward your receipt to support@mylifestyleacademy.com. Support@mylifestyleacademy.com. Forward your receipt, and we'll make sure that you get access to the Video and Branding Academy course as long as you get in by midnight tonight, and you'll get access to this other incredible bonus by Kate for tomorrow. It's going to be epic, off the hook, absolutely lights out, amazing. And I see Kim is already in. Robin, yes, you will get the recording, absolutely, if you get started by tonight. Yep. Destiny forwarded her receipt. Megan says, I'm in. Jessica says, yay, great opportunity. Awesome. Paula says, me too. That's exciting. Amy says, I'm always afraid to come off salesy. Absolutely. And I think that's a challenge for a lot of us. So I think you're going to absolutely love this training. Facebook user says, I'm in. EJ He's got his hands up. Awesome. Puerto Rico in the house. Awesome. Lauren says, I'm in. Paula said, thank you for this training. Eva Mary said she's excited. Very cool. Does this work for people who create programs? Absolutely.
Oh,
listen,
totally.
if you're a digital marketer, you're creating info products, you're an affiliate marketer, we do that as well. And that's been a big reason we've had success on that side of the coin, because obviously we're mostly network marketers, but the reason we've had success on the digital courses and affiliate marketing side as well is because of building a brand, because of a lot of what Kate's talking about, what you're going to learn.
Yep, absolutely. What time on Saturday?
Saturday's 10 a.m. Eastern, right?
9 a.m. Pacific, so 12 Eastern. Yep, 12 Eastern to 2 Eastern.
Perfect.
And just so you all know, like, if you're like, shoot, I can't make Saturday, guess what? Starting next week, I'm going to have a weekly pre-curriculum training inside of the Facebook group that we have, okay? So each week, so we start on Saturday with implementation. And then the next week, I'm actually going to be jumping on with you all again to start setting the expectation for the weekend, giving you guys new information, training already that you can start doing to move yourself forward for the next 2 weeks before the event even starts. So each week, you're going to have training time with me, okay, where you're actually going to get a chance to work, get some insight, get moving forward before the virtual summit even begins. And then plus you get what we're calling the top earner secret, interviews. And so inside of that group, that's the only place they're going to be shared. Okay. You get the chance for us to bring in some people that we absolutely love and adore to share their insider secrets on how this stuff actually works in their business right now. Okay. So that's super.
Yeah. And Dorinda, the link is mylifestyleacademy.com/digital. Nice. mylifestyleacademy.com/digital. And I'm happy for this, digital and affiliate marketers. Yeah. I mean, anything, if you're selling anything on the interwebs, it would make sense to participate in this type of training. And let's give away a couple of ring lights. Those of you that stayed on till the very end. So let me know in the comments if you've been sharing, if you've been tagging people. Let us know in the comments, because I'm going to randomly pick 2 winners. So start just dropping the word shared. You can say the word shared as many times as you want. Continue to comment. Continue to tag people. I know a lot of you have been sharing throughout, so I appreciate you staying on till the end. And everybody absolutely loved the training, so they wanted to stay on till the end anyway. But I love giving you extra perks because,
baby, do it.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? So tag, comment, share. Let us know. Okay, let me start doing the countdown. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The first one will be, Angeline Constano. This one. There you go. Angeline, you are the first winner of the desk ring light. So make sure you email our support team and include your address. Let me pick one more. So they're coming in fast and furiously.
Yeah.
5, 3, 2, 1. Boom. That one right there. Anna, REHMS.
Oh, shoot. It moved.
Move to it right there.
That's so awesome.
Nope. Well, she said shared before, but that's cool. So we'll at least highlight her on here for loved. So Anna, you also won one of the desk ring lights as well. So email our support team, support@mylifestyleacademy.com. Include your address. We'll ship you that bad boy. You gonna love it.
Well, you know what I'm going to do I'm actually going to do one more thing, John. So anybody that already said I forwarded my receipt, I'm in. If you guys want to scroll through and put your finger on it, you guys will automatically get a virtual sprint session with me. So everybody else will get put into the raffle. But you know what? I love this group. So we're just going to do things fast because it pays for people to jump in quick. So anybody that just put your finger on, anybody that said I'm in, I forwarded my receipt, just go for it through the comments and pick somebody. And then I'll get connected with them and get them on my calendar.
Scroll. Okay, I'll do it on my phone. Right?
Yeah. You do it.
Okay, first one I find.
Oh, look, I found Sean.
Okay, there you go. Sean Weaver McKee. There you go.
All right. Sean Weaver McKee, I'm putting down your name. Let's get together. We're going to get this up. All right.
This is huge.
Listen, if you all have teammates, anybody in digital marketing, anybody that wants to master these skills that Kate talked about, let them know to get their ticket by midnight tonight. Make sure they forward their receipt to support@mylifestyleacademy.com. And we will make sure they get access as long as they do it by midnight tonight to the Video and Branding Academy course, in addition to all the other bonuses, in addition to being a part of the live event. Is it next weekend or 2 weekends?
2
2 weekends from now.
Yeah.
End of the month, end of May. There's training throughout. There's going to be training tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern as well. Y'all, the value is off the hook. And I'm just excited for those of you to participate. I know the type of training that the digital marketing community does. Attractionmarketing.com. These guys know their stuff. They've been doing this longer than just about anybody in the entire space of network marketing and online marketing. And it's just really exciting. Plus, we'll all get to hang out in Vegas next year when we finally get out of our homes again and get out to events. So you're getting 2 tickets for the price of 1. It just makes sense. So exciting times.
Wonderful.
Hey, we appreciate you. You're the best.
You are so good. Oh
I
my
love
God.
you
You have
guys.
a gift. You have a gift.
You
Thank
do.
you. And so do you guys too. Anytime I can contribute with you guys, I'm happy to do it. Love you both. Love your whole community. Appreciate all you guys.
All right. You guys have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
guys.
Bye, guys.